them because they are the first group, arrived in Iskenderun.
Very sad moment for us to hear about this disaster, but we were told to be ready for mobilization, and within 6 hours we were at the airport ready to move in. 60 Parafield Hospital is part of 15th Para Brigade, which is the first respondent for any international disaster scenario. So our team consists of 96 persons in total, and we have orthopedic specialists with us, surgeons, GI surgeons, maxillofacial surgeons to take care of multi-trauma cases that are expected in such a disaster scenario. I must mention that the people of Turkey, that they are very strong-hearted, and the community spirit that they have. A lot of volunteers have just poured in from all corners of the country, and they are providing interpreters, interns, nurses, pharmacists, doctors, whatever is required to run a facility like this. So I'm thankful to the people, local people also, and I salute their spirit. I can see it in their eyes, even if they are not expressed in the language that we understand, that they are grateful for the services that we are providing to them. It is very obvious in their eyes when I look into them.
I'm really grateful to them because they are the first group, arrived in Iskenderun, and with a group of army, with a group of people, and they actually arrived in Adana Havalimanı first, which is a province in Turkey, and we met them there. Actually, it was a sudden random thing because I'm a group of rescue team. Actually, we help team in the field with the translation.
a symbol of hope here at the field hospital, and her treatment is going on right now at this hospital. Look at that big smile on her face. I mean, she was buried in the debris for close to 3 days, and still she's smiling. With me is Major Beena Tiwari and the anesthetist doctor who've been treating her. Major Tiwari, Doctor, what can you tell us about young Nasreen?
Yashreen was brought to us by the rescue team today at 10:00 hours, and she was not stable. There was crush injury on her left foot, and she was seen by our anesthetists and our orthopedicians who are there with us. She was taken care of very well. Now presently she is stable. She is smiling. You can see.
Which is actually quite a miracle. I mean, look at the big smile on her face, despite being buried in that rubble for 3 days. What was her condition when she was brought in, sir?
Yes, she was there for 3 days, and first of all, she's a very brave kid, as you can see. And when she was brought to us, she was initially in a very bad condition. So first we had to resuscitate her. We had to take IV access, which was obviously very difficult after 3 days of not having food, water, anything. And we secured the access and given the fluid resuscitation, stabilized the patient, and then again she was having crush injury also, which was again very bad. And then we got a minor surgical procedure conducted under the anesthesia regional block, and which was successful, and you can see she's perfectly fine now and stable as of now.
What about her family? Do we know anything about her family, and are you able to communicate with her?
Like we have learned in last I'll say 24 hours, we have learned few Turkish words, so we are just able to communicate with that. Whatsoever I found that there were 5 members in her family. They were all under the debris, and out of 5, 2, her and her mother, were taken out today. Our mother is still en route to the hospital, and rest 3, unfortunately, people are searching for them. So that is all that we know about the family status. We have one of the relatives with us, who is the one who is taking care of her right now.
How is Nasreen coping?
She's a very cooperative child, I'll say, and she is very brave. She has not shown any signs of shock of the last 72 hours that she has gone through. So she's otherwise stable.
Positive.
Very positive.
Very positive attitude she's having, and brave girl.
She is indeed
when I ask about the patient, about how do you feel about the problems, and he says he is good enough. He don't have any problem right now. He's good.
So she's good.
Army Hospital, the Indian Army Hospital, which has been set up in Iskenderun city in Hatay province, one of the worst affected regions in Turkey. And right now, joining me is Lieutenant Colonel Vipin, who has been here since day one, supervising the entire, rescuing work, as well as the surgeries which the Indian Army is doing. Yesterday, they successfully conducted a leg amputation surgery of a Turkish man. Sir, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV at this point of time. We really appreciate it. What can you tell us more about how many surgeries have you conducted?
Actually, we are doing only limb and life-saving surgeries. We are doing around 10 to 12 surgeries a day. So yesterday we did a major surgery. A patient came with gangrenous lower limb. He was rescued after 96 hours of the compressed out debris.
तो आप बता रहे हैं कि 96 आवर्स बाद किसी को रेस्क्यू किया गया और उनका पूरा लेग गैंग्रीन हो गया था उसमें. उनको ठीक सलामत बचाया गया इससे?
हाँ, उनको पहले रिससिटेट किया गया, देन उनका अबाव नी एम्पुटेशन किया गया, जिससे कि शरीर में इन्फेक्शन ना फैल सके.
जी जी सर, अभी तक कितने लोग ला जा चुके हैं इंडियन आर्मी के हॉस्पिटल में?
Around daily 200 to 300 patients are coming.
If I can, yeah. So the Lieutenant Colonel is telling us that every day about 200 to 300 people are coming. He's just one of the persons who has just been recharged and discharged from the hospital. I'm very sorry, discharged from the Indian Army Hospital, which has been set up, and they are thanking the Indian government. Do you want to say something, sir?
Thank you Hindistan. Teşekkür ediyoruz burada oldukları için.
Thank you India. He said thank you India.
Thank you for being here. We are so appreciating India. They're with us.
Oldukları için çok mutluyuz.
We are so happy they are here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So do you want to say something?
Oh, Dankeschön. Vielen Dank.
Are you feeling okay now?
Ja,
İyi misin dedi? İyi.
iyi.
Yeah? You're feeling...
He's feeling very bad right after the medication that Indian army had. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So this is the brilliant, the fantastic team of the Indian Army who have been conducting surgeries from day one in Turkey. India was one of the first countries to step up aid and reach the ground. In fact, more than 150 NDRF personnel have reached the ground since day one. And army units were also sent in, medical teams were sent in. One army hospital has now been set up where the army personnel are conducting surgery. Sir, अगर आप हमें थोड़ा और बता पाएं कि अभी स्थिति क्या है, क्या आपको लग रहा है कि डेथ टोल बढ़ सकती है, कितने लोगों को आपको लग रहा है कि बचाए जाने की स्थिति में लाया जा रहा है?
नहीं, अभी तक जो पेशेंट फर्स्ट 48 आवर्स में आ जाते हैं उनमें बचने की संभावना ज़्यादा होती है, बट अभी 4-5 दिन बाद तो मोस्टली डेड बॉडी निकल रही है, तो अभी वेरी लकी पर्सन कैन बी सेव्ड आफ्टर दिस।
सर, हम लोग भी वही बात सोचने की कोशिश कर रहे थे कि जो छठा दिन आज है तो जितनी संभावना है बचने की, द चांसेस आर गेटिंग स्लिमर बाय ईच सेकंड, तो अब आप लोग के पास कैसे तरीके के पेशेंट आ रहे हैं? कोई चांसेस है कि उनको बचाया जा सके? कितनी खराब स्थिति में लाया जा रहा है? कंप्लीटली क्रश्ड?
अभी यहाँ पे एक तो टेम्परेचर बहुत कम है, पेशेंट 4-5 दिन से कुछ खाया नहीं है, कोई दबा हुआ है तो उसको कम टेम्परेचर में हाइपोथर्मिया होने के चांस होते हैं और डिहाइड्रेशन हो जाता है, तो उसको हम सबसे पहले रिससिटेट करते हैं, उसको टेम्परेचर बढ़ाने के लिए थर्मामीटर हीटर्स का यूज़ करते हैं, आईवी फ्लूइड से रिससिटेट करते हैं।
बट अभी आप बोल रहे हैं कि जितने लोग हो सकता था बचने की संभावना है वो 72 आवर्स तक बच चुके हैं, अब ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा डेड बॉडीज को रिकवर करने का काम किया जा रहा है, जो कि बहुत ही खराब अनफॉर्चुनेट बात है, एंड दैट्स प्रिसाइसली व्हाट वी
हरजिंदर जी नमस्ते। हरजिंदर जी आप कहाँ पर हैं और आप लोग भी मदद कर रहे हैं तुर्की में, क्या भारत का ये जो ऑपरेशन दोस्ती है, ये दोस्ती का जो हाथ बढ़ाया है उसको अप्रिशिएट किया जा रहा है?
एब्सोल्युटली, हर जगह जब हम इंडियन, स्पेशली मैं तो पहचाना जाता हूँ दस्तार की वजह से, पगड़ी की वजह से, तो मेरे को काफी लोगों ने दोस्त बोला है। तो जब मैं यहाँ पे आया, कल रात को भी मैं यहाँ पे था, फिर आज सुबह फिर वापस आया, एंड यहाँ पे जो भी हम हाथ बटा सकते हैं लोगों के साथ, यहाँ देखो अब पीछे हीटर्स पैक हुए हैं, हजारों की तादाद में हीटर्स हैं यहाँ पे, बच्चों के डायपर्स और टिश्यूज हैं। तो पूरी रात हम इनके साथ ही थे, एंड इनको पता है कि इंडिया मैसिवली कंट्रीब्यूट कर रहा है टुवर्ड्स द रिलीफ ऑपरेशंस, टुवर्ड्स कंट्रीब्यूटिंग। और दोस्त एक कॉमन वर्ड है टर्किश में और हिंदी में, तो और लोगों को पता है इस बारे में, और वो हमें देख के दोस्त कहते हैं, व्हिच इज वेरी नाइस, व्हिच इज वेरी।
आप ये इसको कैसे ले जाएंगे और कहाँ पे ले जाएंगे, क्योंकि क्षेत्रफल बहुत बड़ा है, इट्स अबाउट 1.2 लाख स्क्वायर किलोमीटर्स ऑफ एरिया ओवर 10 प्रोविंसेस, 7 सूबे बताए जा रहे हैं बहुत ज्यादा इफेक्टेड है, तो आप ये रिलीफ मटेरियल कहाँ ले जाएंगे?
मैं तो एक छोटा सा वॉलंटियर हूँ यहाँ पे, इसमें से मैंने सिर्फ बहुत थोड़ा सा कंट्रीब्यूट किया है। ये यहाँ के जो लोग हैं, जो इस इलाके के लोग हैं, उन्होंने कंट्रीब्यूट किया है, सारा श्रेय उनको जाता है। मैं सिर्फ एक वॉलंटियर हूँ, मेरे को प्लान भी नहीं पता कि कैसे करेंगे ये, बट ओवरऑल द होल इंडिया ने, तो लाइक इट्स वेरी अमेजिंग कैसे इंडिया ने सब मतलब सब कुछ छोड़ के सिर्फ फोकस किया ह्यूमैनिटी के साथ खड़े होना। ये एक लीडरशिप का एक निशान है, एंड वी आर वेरी प्राउड कि इंडिया किसी और कंट्री के साथ खड़ा हुआ है। आई एम श्योर पूरा वर्ल्ड हमारे साथ खड़ेगा जब हमें जरूरत पड़े, भगवान करे जरूरत ना पड़े। यस
नहीं बिल्कुल, और कहीं ना कहीं ये दिख रहा है। और आपने क्या क्या कहा, किस किस तरह का एड है, जल्दी से आप जरा दिखाएं कि व्हाट काइंड ऑफ एड इज देयर।
मेरे साथ एक टर्किश फ्रेंड भी है।
हाँ जी, प्लीज बात कराइए।
यहीं पे बने हैं, मतलब दोस्त, उनको भी पता है इंडिया के बारे में। सेना नाम है इनका।
Hi, Sena. India is stepping up to help the people of Turkey and Syria. How would you see this gesture?
Yeah. I'm Sena, as he said, and thank you for all the help from you. We are those. We use same word in Turkish as well. We are really close friends to each other, and thanks for everything, humanity and the leadership. There are lots of terms that we, how can I say, face here, and many people, as you say, voluntarily working here for our country, and from your support, from everything, thanks a lot. And we are at the start of a big disaster, and words are not enough to express my feeling, and yeah.
India has